Hi, I'm Lou. Another episode of My Car Store. I'm here with Terry. Terry, what's your last name?
Weiner.
And Terry's done a few cars of his, and today we're going to see, tell me a little bit about what we're going to see today.
Well, we're going to see a 1967 Pontiac GTO. It's been in the family since 1966. Car was built December 15th, 1966.
Now, how has it been in the family since 1966?
Well, my dad ordered it from the dealership. In fact, as a youngster, I actually went to the dealership with him to order it, and I was there when he went to go pick it up.
And you said your dad used to call him Peppy.
Well,
it was like a car with pep.
Yes.
Okay.
We call it horsepower, but he called it pep.
Hey, that's 67.
And being, actually living across the street from a Pontiac dealership, that really helped too.
Not too bad. I'll grab the camera as I usually do. Terry, stay with me for a moment. I got a few more questions for you before we let you out of here. So we're going to see the car, which is actually in the background right now. Tell me, how many cars did your dad own that were GTOs?
He had 4. Started off in 1964, had a 65, this 67, and a 1970.
And what did this car was destined for the scrapyard? What happened?
Well, it had seen its better days. Being a Chicago car, the rust did get to it. And one of the things that I had always wanted to do was to bring it back to its original condition. And I was able to do that in the late 2000s up and finish the car in 2006.
And when you finally brought it back, share with some people. I know you're a humble guy, but share with them. First of all, you've got a little Pontiac. Tell us about your Pontiac background. You're director of, tell me about that.
No, I've been a member of the GTO Association of America since the early 80s.
Yep.
And because I've had a car in my possession for all these years, they asked me to be one of the technical advisors for the club. So being a technical advisor, I was able to accumulate a lot of information by judging at the national events, going to car shows, reading books, hanging around with a lot of educated people on these cars. I was able to put the car back together, what I call over the top.
Over the top. So over the top in 2010, you're at the GTO club. Tell me what that club was.
Well, it was an annual convention in Wichita, Kansas, and I was able to win the Best of Show award.
Best of Show. Let's go right to our featured event. Wow. That's spectacular. So, I mean, we're looking at 67. I'm going to move in on some of the featured pieces here. Terry, come on with me.
Sure, you're looking at Signet Gold. That's the color of the car. A very popular color back in the day.
You know, I always liked the 67's grille with that metal kind of mesh fencing, you know, showing the engine, and the big feature back then was a tiger coming out of the hood back in 64. Jim Wanger's kind of created that idea and putting a big engine in a mid-sized car. The very subtle, wonderful hood scoop. We've got great sun on your car today. So let's take an overall look at the side of the car. That's just fantastic.
The car has a couple of additions since when it was new. We did add the Rally 2 wheels.
Let's take a look at them. Come on with. Go ahead.
The one of the other options that was added was a hood tack, which was a dealer-installed option in 1967. You ordered it from the factory, but the dealer actually put it on for you.
So we're going to feature that here in just a second. Got the mirrors. You know, one thing about the GTO too that I remember, especially in 67, pretty flat windshield. I mean,
yeah, it's a piece of flat glass.
Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes you'd have big curves and things like that. I'm going to utilize that.
Now, this being the family vehicle, it didn't have a lot of performance options. Again, this was our family vehicle in the late 60s.
Your dad was driving the family driver. The all-important.
And as a kid in high school, this was the car that I got to drive in high school, and I guess I was pretty cool.
Love the roof line there where the comes back right inside the windshield there, giving it that. And just for clarity, I see the optional rear defogger there.
Mm-hmm. Which was needed in the Chicago winters.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Let's take a look at it from here. Kind of a Coke bottle-like width to it.
Rear quarters are very huge.
Get that sun out of there.
You get the fly out of there too.
That's okay. He can't help himself. The reverse lights, a dual exhaust.
Yeah, this is the standard 400 cubic inch engine, 335 horsepower, automatic transmission.
Were there many options on the engine back in this time frame?
Yeah, they had an HO option
Okay.
and a Ram Air option.
Oh, really? For a 67?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Let me take a look at the overall side of the car this way.
Some of these options did not come out until later in the year, so you didn't see them in the brochure.
Gotcha. Let's take a look on the interior. I want to just catch that little GM badge there on the door and your overall door. There. Always enjoyed the GTO tag in the door. The build. The interior's immaculate. Back seats. The console up the center, as you can see.
Wood grain on the dash, wood grain on the console. The tape deck has the wood grain. The heater controls have the wood grain. You got controls on the console for the power antenna and the rear defogger. That's the original miles on the car.
Wow. I'm gonna actually just make this easy. I'm gonna do this with the camera. There we go.
First year for the energy absorbing steering wheel.
Oh, really?
And first year for the 3-speed automatic.
Also, you were telling me about this tape deck.
Tape deck. First year for tape decks for General Motors cars.
The
I think
8-track.
I think it finishes off the interior quite nicely.
Yeah, actually it does. And that looks... I love the little grab hold bar there too. Let's take a look under the hood.
Sure.
We got the sun the right direction this time.
The chrome valve covers and the air cleaner, that was stock for the GTO 400 that year. It's got power brakes, power steering. And Lou, that's the original upper radiator hose on that car.
Really?
That hose is almost 50 years old.
Wow. Got the original markings on it. I'm noticing you've got all the original markings on the back there.
You're talking paint dabs, inspection marks, chalk marks, stickers, and rubber stamps. All have been duplicated.
You got that right down there. That's just... There's the body build on it. You're looking at an award-winning GTO. For those of you who love GTOs, and I definitely enjoy GTOs, this is the top of the ladder. This is just, as you said, over the top. Let's start her.
Sure.
I love the Delco battery, all perfect like that. Unbelievably smooth.
Oh, yeah.
Usually Pontiac's got that little cam load sound to it.
Right. Again, this is built to stock specification. This is the way they came to look at it. A lot of people like to put a cam in it, maybe just a handle of the carburetor.
Yeah.
This is stock. Again, it's a family car.
Let's shut it down. Terry, let's have you stand right next to it. Let's shut the door, please. Thank you. And we'll shut the hood. We got the perfect day with the perfect GTO Terry, I can't be happier. Thanks for being on My Car Story.
You're very welcome, Lou. Thanks for having me.